Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips tutorials brought to you by Photoshop Elements Custom Tutorials Group. And let's jump right in. Today's poster wants to know how to highlight a sentence out of a text. In this particular case, it's an old text from a newspaper. So if you zoom in, you're going to see how low quality that is. So it's not really easy to highlight text on this on a digital format such as Photoshop Elements. So what we're going to do is show you a couple ways that people might want to do it is just by highlighting. If we grab the pen tool and we try to highlight, it's not going to be very good because we don't have the right color, nor do we have the right size. So let's go ahead and first go to our colors and change that from black to, let's say, like a big yellow green right around there, and hit OK. Down here in the brushes, we can make the brushes bigger, but that would not look very good because it's got rounded edges. So let's make it more like a marker, and let's also create a new layer just for the markers. So I'm going to click this right here. It creates a new blank layer on top of our original. And then we'll come down to the brushes. We'll click the little down arrow and change from default brushes and scroll all the way down here to square brushes. Now you see it says square brushes, and the size, let's bring that up to, let's say, 140 points. And then we're going to come up here. We can just highlight the sentence by hand like this, or I can just click on the left side, come over to the right side, hold down the shift button and hit click again, and it clicked both ends. It made a straight line. So for instance, I could click here and click down here and see it does a straight line. I'll go ahead and undo that and do this again across from here to here. Once again, if it is straight, you can also click, hold the shift, and just drag it over, and it does an automatically straight horizontal line. We'll do the same thing down here up to this point right there. And there we have our nice highlight. But there's a problem, is it's on top of the words. So if we take the opacity, which is the see-through level here, that's 100%, hit the down arrow, and we can bring this all the way down. You're going to see it disappears. So we can bring it up little by little, and look what's happening. It's starting to come in little by little. Now, this looks pretty good, but the problem is, though, when we zoom in, is that you're going to see not only is the background yellow-green, but so is the letters. That doesn't look very, very good. So what we're going to do is a slightly different technique that will let the letters look a lot better. I'm going to right-click and delete that whole layer. Now what we're going to do is cut out that sentence and then work on the background only. So I'm going to take the polygon tool and come down here, make sure it's the polygon, not the lasso tool, and we're going to draw a polygon in the shape that it might be if it was a highlight. So I'm going to click there, come down to here, click here, come over to the left and click there, come down to the end of the sentence down here, click there, come across to the right, click here, come up one, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because if it was a highlighter pen, it probably would be jagged anyway. I could go jaggedy in or out, but I'll just go straight across for time's sake here for this tutorial. And right when I get up to this point, I'll double click, and it basically closes up that whole polygon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and choose layer via copy, and what that did, it just made a whole new layer. So if I turn off the bottom layer with the little icon, you can see it turns this layer off, and the top layer, what's left over, is just this portion that we need. Now we can take the paint can tool and we can paint in all around. Now we're going to have to use a few different tolerance levels. Otherwise, let's say if we were to do like 72% and click in here, look what happens. It's way too much. It's cutting into half of the letters. I'm going to undo that. Let's try this at, let's say, 10 point. It's probably not going to be enough. You see that? It's barely doing, it's leaving a bunch of areas here that we don't want. So let me undo that. And let's pick something in between there. Let's try 25 points in the tolerance here. I'm going to pick a choice right here in the middle, and boom, there it goes. It looks pretty good. There's a couple of pieces missing. All we got to do is pick those pieces and finish it off. There's going to be portions in the middle that you kind of want to finish up here. So we can zoom in, and we're going to have to use less tolerances because these portions of a lighter is merged with the dark. So if we go like this, it may actually get a little too much. Like, actually, that's pretty good. So we're just going to continue doing it with that. If it gets too much, we can undo it really quick. All we got to do is just continue throughout the whole piece here and click in all the portions that are missing. Now when I click here, you'll see that sometimes it'll grab too much, like right there. All we got to do is do Control Z to undo that, and I'll lessen this from 25 to, let's say, 15. Try that again, and you see it grabbed a lot less than what we needed, so this works out a lot better that way. And when we're done clicking all these highlights in, all you got to do is bring back the bottom layer. I'm going to turn this eyeball back on like that. And there we have our nice yellow-green highlight. Now you can play around with that so it's not so stark. So we can take the opacity and bring that all the way down. You can see it goes away. And what's happening is it's mixing in the original background color with our highlight so that the actual letters do not go away or turn into the highlight color. They stay black while the highlight comes in on its own. 100% seems to be too much. 50% is too little. I like somewhere around the middle. It's like 75% or so, right around there. That looks pretty good. I can toggle this on and off like that. And there you have it. And that's how we make a nice highlight for an old-fashioned newspaper clipping. And that's it for this tutorial. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Rich calling it quits, saying over and out.